But yes, chat, today we're going to be hopefully finishing the Eclipse mask, which I've been working on. Again, I'll show you guys. The paint job has been done. And now what we're gonna do today is hopefully glue them all together and then smooth out the edges. We're gonna take our foam clay and go over the edges and then paint over that again. So that's what I wanted to get done today, and then maybe cut out some of the little the sun rays. But we're gonna get a lot of it done. This will probably be the last stream of working on this. So, okay. All right. So, as last time, chat, I'm making a TikTok, right? Because I was like, people are gonna, like, if I finish my Eclipse mask, I'm not gonna be done until people are going to bother me about, how did you make the mask? How did you make the mask? Because that's what they did when I did Sun. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna document the whole process of me working on it. So I have the next video of, which I'm gonna be filming while the stream's going. So if you ever see me like take a moment to like film what I'm doing, I am making the TikTok. I am making the TikTok TM that goes along with it. What's the difference between Sun and Eclipse? Eclipse is in the Security Breach Ruin DLC that came out a little bit ago. It is the kind of mix of Sun and Moon that you end up getting at the end of the daycare section of the DLC. They look a little bit different than Sun. They kind of got half Sun mask, half Moon mask. So that's what I've been making. Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, I do own the sound because I use the same sound for all of them. But someone dimmed the lights real. I was thinking about it. You guys are gonna get my my like FNAF thoughts while we're working on this, chat. Of like the lore of you going into the daycare and it being Moon, right? And Moon's like, ha 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 ha, and then you put on AR mode and it's Sun. It sounds like, oh my god, please turn the lights on. And I thought about that more, and I was thinking about however long the Pizzaplex has been like down for, it's been out of power. So there's been no lights. It's just been Moon the whole time because they're in a concealed room. There's no windows. So there were no lights, and you going in there is what finally turns on the lights again and like turning up the power. And I was like, that's so sad. That's so sad. That's so unbelievably sad. All right, one moment, time for a little TikTok moment. Cool. All right, so the first thing we're gonna be doing today, chat. So right now, all of our pieces are separate, which is very, very fun. All of our three pieces are separate from each other, which is just great. Look at how terrifying this is. It's horrible. It's horrible, isn't it? I love it. And it's funny because I don't paint the back, so there's still just like not the pretty sides. So what we're gonna do today is completely cover up half of this paint job and glue these together and glue that together. And I think the first one I'm gonna do is this guy to the back plate. The back plate is just solid back. It's just, if it was a hole, like if this was like this, right? If these two were together and right here, it was like a clear hole and there was like light behind it, that'd be weird, like really weird. So the back plate is just to kind of do that like suspension of disbelief thing. That makes it look like there's something there, but it's not anything of importance. That's what we're doing. So for what I'm gonna do is I have a lot of hot glue right here, and I'm going to slather this plate in hot glue. Slather, is that a word? What's the word like slather? Slather? Sounds too much like slither, I think. Now it is? Lather. Thank you. I think I put an S in there for no reason. Coat it? Yeah, that's probably a better way to say it. I'll coat it in hot glue. So I'm just gonna start doing that. And film it a little bit as I do it. problem is, hot glue dries fast, and I have to theoretically cover the whole thing to put it down in one go. So let's just see how this goes. All right, and I'm gonna moderately film it. One day, chat, I'll have a proper crafting setup where you guys can see my desk and what I'm doing, but that day is not today. Okay, well, you better start gluing at least. Okay, here we go. Get the glue, get it all over, glue all over. Glue up the wahazoo, that's probably good. All right, and we're gonna push them together. Oop, I had a realization. I may have, I don't not like it. I may have forgotten that there are holes. So, there may be some hot glue where it does not touch. Guys, I'm a professional. This is my job. Can you tell? See, it's actually fine though, like, because I actually like that it's gonna have more texture. I'm actually totally okay with that. I could fix it, but I actually think I kind of like it. I think I'm actually gonna put more strands of glue to make it a little bit more believable. We're gonna do that. Like in the nose right here, we're gonna put some hot glue in the behind. I think that's a solid move. And to be clear, we're basically gonna paint over the hot glue. Like, it's gonna solidify, and then we're gonna come and paint back over it. Because yes, it's clear, but is clear good enough for me? No. Well, I'm just gonna, again, lather up the hot glue we got going on right here. And like, I get the benefit of the doubt on this because it's like ruined, like it's destroyed. It's FNAF Day on the 8th of August. What's FNAF Day? Is it like the day that the first game came out? It was on purpose. Yep, you heard it here. You gotta believe me. Very, very real. It kind of looks like wires, honestly. Like, I really don't hate it, actually. Like, yeah, it's a mistake, but I don't hate it, and I can make it look kind of neat. Depth in something, probably. Like, look at that. That's kind of sick. Like, specifically in the nose is what I'm working with right now. Look at that. Kinda epic. Kinda epic, actually. So I'm gonna let that dry. And I'm gonna keep going around and do it to more stuff. FNAF days is cool. Okay. Is it? But they're doing the last time that wasn't clean up. Oh, that's so sad. Fake wires. I mean, yeah, like I was debating adding wires. I mean, I still could, but I don't know. I don't think I wanna because there's not wires like on the actual guy. There is like weird stuff behind it, but like I'm not gonna do my proper metal wires. But I am gonna do this. To be clear, I know how to not like mess this up in the future. I just have to put it on the other side. But no, something about like a transition period. Sun and Ruin just hurts my feelings the more I think about him. Yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong. It hurts me. I was like, oh yeah, I'll cosplay him, and then I watched like the scene and I was like, ah! And cried a little. And cried just a little bit. Just ever so slightly. Alright. But I'm going to match this design that I have with my glue over up here. I'll show you guys what I'm doing in a moment. It's a similar thing up there. I actually think I really like it. I think I really like it. So confused about the robbing thing. His apparently name is Mixes. He's the security, and Helpy tells you the anomaly in the venue maker. Not supposed to be there. Okay, are you guys ready for my thoughts on security breach after more looking at more things, etc.? Okay. Point A. Roxy is the puppet. There is a big thing about colors. Colors is a really big deal in FNAF, right? And when you look at like you look at when you're in AR mode, right? Spoilers for Ruin, right? Obviously, when you're in AR mode, everything that is not in the real world and is in AR is in purple glitched stuff. All right, Roxy, the only animatronic that doesn't necessarily want to kill you, is green. All right, point A is green. You may, okay, cool, green, what does that mean? Point A, Charlotte, her eyes are notably green. In FNAF 6, the security puppet, when Charlotte is outside, she has a green wristband. The security puppet goes out, and then Charlotte dies, she goes in the puppet. Green. Green is the puppet's color. Okay, green's the puppet's color, that and the wires, right? Okay. Third thing. Roxy is a node. We have to turn off the nodes. Why would Roxy in particular be a node that the Mimic wants us to deactivate if we weren't like releasing the spirit of the puppet? Also, when Roxy talks to Cassie, when Cassie comes up and has to deactivate Roxy, whole thing about birthday parties. Hi, Wolfie! Hello! Oh, how was your stream? Hi! Oh, I know. I was in your stream. I was in the raid that came with Hey during your stream. Hi, Wolfie Raiders. Welcome in. I hope you're all doing well. If you guys don't know Wolfie, Wolfie is a very pog artist. Been doing a bunch of stuff for Epic the Musical, which is awesome, among other things, and did a lot of MCYT art and a lot of Phil stuff. And Wolfie's very cool. You probably recognize their art. If you don't recognize the name, you'd recognize the art. But welcome into the stream. We are working on a big old prop scary mask from Security Breach Ruin. But this is what we're actually working with right now. Currently working on gluing it all together and doing stuff. So yeah, that's what we're working on. But thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Anyone popping in, my name is Sherbert or Rena. I use they them pronouns. I stream over here 5 days a week, and if I look a little bit familiar, you might recognize my cosplays over on TikTok. Head off to have a good stream. Thank you, I appreciate it. I hope your stream was pog as well. Very but no. And you're playing my boom in a bad way. Yeah, we're deep into talking about FNAF lore right now. Because I was working on the mask, and that's just the bit. We're talking about FNAF lore right now. But thank you, Lesbian Mess, Kids Cozy, Unknown Shiny, Charbird, insert genuine name, Thank you guys for all the follows. And Wolfie, thank you for the follow. All right, there we go. Buggers. It's making a Freddy Fazbear mask. Do it. Heck yeah. Show to the sub goal. Oh yeah, I never talked about the sub goal today. Cosplay a caution bot. They are incredibly important in the story, and I think it would be funny if I cosplayed one of them. I will say, characters that after me playing through it, my brain wants to cosplay, mixes. Weird little rabbit guy? Yeah. I want to cosplay him. He seems gender and would be fun to cosplay. But I'll do a caution bot if we get the sub goal, and I think that'd be funny. I think that'd be very, very funny. What about Maskbot? Thought about it. Maskbot is not as big of a deal in Ruin, so I was like, I'll leave it alone. This is gender, it's true. Can we get some Ayops in the chat? A to the Y to the U to the P, P to the U to the Y to the A. Ayop, Ayop, Ayop. You get cool hat? Thank you. I was given it. I was given it at a con. Somebody made it for me and then found me and gave me a hat, and it was very, very cool. It was very, very cool. I just finished the FNAF VODs of you. Yeah. Heck yeah. Alright, now I've got this weird trend thing that I'm doing apparently, so I'm gonna keep going with it. So there you go. Looks horrible. Okay, so Roxy's puppet. Yeah, so that's my thoughts of the spirit of the... There's one other thing that I'll add to this theory that I think I noticed, which is big thing of security breach. Big thing way back when of security breach was that the wires all over the Pizzaplex were puppet strings, as if to say that the puppet is like has some control over the Pizzaplex, right? Is moving around. In Ruin, one spot do we see the wires. There is only one spot where we see the puppet wires. After that, there are none. And the puppet wires we do see are in the top of the elevator shaft right at the start of the game, and they're broken. Which, if you want to go kind of spirit-wise, I'm guessing that the puppet said, I'm not in the wires anymore, and went into Roxy. Personal theory. I think I'm actually pretty based for that one. That's one of the things I'm more confident about than otherwise. There's a couple things I'm confident about, and that's one of them. That's one of the ones I'm really confident about. That I have there's a lot of proof towards it, so that one's up there for me personally. Okay. I'm gonna keep adding some glue in some more places, chat. Don't mind me. The glue is gluing. What can I say? Hire me to cosplay? Heck yeah! I'm glad I can do that. I think it's very cool when other people say I'm the reason that they like started cosplaying and stuff. But that's big theory number one. Okay, I had to put aside my want for Henry Emerly to be in the game. I think I conceded that he's not there. Also, we see the blob. I was confused for a while because I was like, what happened to the blob? Where's the blob? And then I was watching Mark play, and there is a clip where we see the blob move, and I lost my mind a little bit. Let me go see if I can find it in his video, because I was watching Markiplier, right? I watch his playthroughs. Of course I do. It's in number 5. Hold up. And I literally I like paused the stream because I was so like upset. Not upset, but I was, yeah, it's right here. Oh my god, that was so fast. What the heck? I found that so fast, gamers. Are you ready for this? Okay. Watch when he turns. That's the blob. Right?
What do you mean? Oh, it was there?
Totally the blob. I didn't see that either. When I did my playthrough, I didn't see it either. But if we pause on this frame. Hold on, let me see if I can pause it. Hold up.
Wait, did I miss it? Wait, what do you mean?
That's so blob. You know what I mean? It's literally it literally is. This is again at the start of the game. This is like in the entrance, kind of. This is when you're first walking through, like when you right after you get the Faz wrench, you get this, which is like the top of the Pizzaplex, implying that like the puppet and the blob are they're not in the Pizzaplex. They've moved on. The blob might be around, but all the wires are black after that first one, and that was a big red flag. I caught it in my playthrough. I was like, puppet wires, and there's no more puppet wires, and I was looking for them, but I never saw them again, and that's something. Other smaller stuff that I personally think. Sun and Moon are not fake. So of all of the animatronics, right? There are many a times where when you go into AR mode, they are like digital, right? When Chica's chasing you and Monty's chasing you, they are see-through and red and as if they're not really there. Sun and Moon are solid in both. And this further goes on the theory of that Sun and Moon specifically, and or Eclipse, are completely separate. I don't think they're possessed. I don't think they're in the code. I genuinely think that they are functioning as intended with nothing weird happening to them. It's a smaller theory, but one that I'm pretty solid with. I think that's pretty clear. Yeah. What other smaller stuff do I have? I mean, if you haven't seen the aggressive people talking about how the Monty backstory is absolutely not true, yeah. No, it's a corporation trying to cover up what actually happened to Bonnie with Monty. Because when you see Glamrock Bonnie, there are Monty claw marks all over Bonnie. It is very, very clear that Monty attacked Bonnie. Very, very clear. Now, why might that happen? Great question. I don't have an answer for you. I guarantee it's got something to do with whatever spirit is in Bonnie versus whatever's in Monty. I think that's really solid. From the voice lines Bonnie has are so interesting. No, I didn't. But there's some more of my thoughts, chat. There's some more of my thoughts, just for the record. Thank you, Vanny, for the raid. Welcome in. So, what other smaller stuff do I have? I mean, one of the other ones that's pretty clear. Gregory. I don't think Gregory drops the elevator. I think halfway through it switches to the Mimic. I think Gregory does start, and then the Mimic intercepts the signal. I don't think Gregory actually drops the elevator. Personally. That's more of a personal thing. I don't think Gregory drops the elevator. Now, who is Cassie? Also a great question. I genuinely think she's a kid. I don't think she's a robot kid, despite how many robot kids there are. I think Cassie is literally just a kid. For me, there's no such things. Like with Gregory and like when Freddy malfunctioned, that's pretty solid that kid ain't a kid. But with Cassie, nah, I think Cassie's a kid. I think Cassie's a human kid. Yeah, that's that. Gonna try outside the pizza box, make an elevator fall. Exactly. Not to say that if we're going on the like Gregory is GGY and he's this hacker guy, that I don't think he could. But if Gregory drops the elevator, Gregory is working with the mimic. If Gregory drops the elevator, Gregory is working with the mimic. There's one line that messed with me and why I think that. That if Gregory did drop the elevator, Gregory is not a good guy. When he drops the elevator, when he drops the elevator, he specifically says, we can't risk being followed. Now, it didn't say, we can't risk the mimic escaping. We can't risk being followed. So either, if it is Gregory, Gregory's totally working with the mimic. If it's not Gregory, the mimic is speaking in plural person. We as in the mimic is many people. Those are the two options. That line's my red flag. That line is my single red flag. Either Gregory is working with the mimic, or the mimic is just speaking in plural person and the mimic is the one that drops the elevator. Both solid. Both solid. Third other thing. Freddy doesn't have a head, right? Which heavily implies that the ending where Gregory takes Freddy's head is canon. Okay? Because Freddy doesn't have a head. That also implies that whatever spirit is in Freddy is in the head. And the Freddy that we see that chases after you and not Glamrock Freddy. That is not the same spirit. That is not the same thing. But him not being in AR mode at all is also a red flag for me. Him being gone in AR mode is weird. Wasn't that the prototype though? I don't like that. Personally, I don't think I know it says prototype, but it lines up so much better if that is Freddy. Like if you want to go, yeah, he's a prototype. Other Glamrock Freddy is out there. Either way, that Freddy is either a different Freddy, or like a different Freddy, like a prototype, or the same Freddy, but the spirit that helps us in all of Security Breach is gone, and with Gregory, wherever Gregory is. Either way, that's not Freddy. Oh, I guess maybe there's a thing to say about it being a prototype, and that's why it doesn't show up in AR mode. Something to say there. Why he doesn't show up in AR mode is one of the other red flags for me. And I don't even want to talk about the scoop ending, for the record. I don't even want to talk about the scoop ending. I don't know what that was. I just don't. That's all. How would his spirit go with Gregory? Well, in one of the endings, Gregory grabs like in a couple of the endings. There's the one where they're in the car and they like getaway drive and Freddy's head is in the passenger seat. And then there's the one where they're sitting on the hill. The art where it's like Freddy, Vanessa, and Glamrock Freddy's head. Which that's the true ending. Probably, because there's something about the Afton kids being Elizabeth, Evan, and Michael being Glamrock Freddy, which I've come to the conclusion that I guess Glamrock Freddy isn't Henry, but I was really hard on that train. When Security Breach came out, I was really hard on the Glamrock Freddy as Henry train. Really hard on it. An ending for sure. The scoop ending something. Yeah. Not something I want to think about. I'm good. It's the same thing of like, why are there baby plushes? I don't know. I don't know, bro. Because what even is the machine in the scoop ending? It's not the scooper. It's not the scooper. That's the FNAF 6 pizzeria. We don't scoop in the FNAF 6. The scooper's in sister location, unless you're implying that that's sister location. I don't think you are. Right, that it's the blob during that ending? That's fair. We did see the blob, as I showed you guys, so it wouldn't be out of the question for the blob to be involved. Okay, let's talk about mixes. Let's talk about MXES. Theory 1, sure. It's glitch trap, it's burn trap, it's the spirit of Will, it's whatever's left of Will, blah 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 blah. Blah. Let him move on. Blah. The thing that's the jump scare for me, the jump scare that it has is the thing that's doing it for me. And that's the thing that Matt Pat talked about, where he was like, in the jump scare, when the bunny goes like, you know what I mean? There's purple and there's green distortion, which are not normal chromatic distortions. It should be red and blue. That's just what it is when you chromatically distort something. You have to like do specific things to get different colors. As I said, green is the puppet, purple is William. I do think it's a good guy. Like, that was my initial impression when I was playing the game, was that Mixes was a good guy. But I think I still agree. Because turning off the security system killed him. So he was probably whatever is left of the security program. And I don't remember exactly everything that Helpy says about him. And specifically whether or not it's Helpy or Mimic Helpy, the orange-eyed Helpy, because that matters. Because if regular blue-eyed Helpy is telling me that it's an anomaly, I'm more inclined to think it's an anomaly than something in the system. He was keeping the Mimic trapped. I do think that. The whole time, all he's trying to do is get you to take the mask off and stop turning off the nodes. That's what it wants. Which objectively is a good thing. It wants to keep the Mimic down there and keep you from being in the AR world. Yeah. And if that meant killing Cassie, they were willing to do that. But why, if it is the puppet and William, why are they both anti-Mimic? Right? I don't know. I don't know. There's some more thoughts by me. There you go. All right, hold up. I'm gonna continue this TikTok. Cool. Great success. All right. Let me get this ready. We're going to start attaching the next thing. Actually, I might do like 1 or 2 more glue rounds just to end this out. Content creator moment. What can I say? What can I say? I'm a bit of a content creator. Dare I say? All right, let's do it. Okay. Cool. Let's do it for real. Had to do the one that I film versus the one that I don't. Cool, 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 cool. All right, here we go. The placement really matters here. Where I set this down is where it sits forever. All right, I think we're good. I think we did it. I think we did it. Still Princess Quest brain rot? I don't know anything about Princess Quest. I never like went through the game. Like, I don't know where Vanny is in the equation. I don't know where any of our major players are in this equation. That's the thing that's messing with me. And there's probably something in the books that matters and can help and blah, 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 blah. Cool. I watched the scene earlier today, helping Normal Blue Eyes Help. He says there's an anomalous entity in the Vanny network to either ask her to leave or contact tech support. Okay. So I'd say with that rules out that it's something built into the system. Okay? That rules out that it is something in the security system that probably Henry made? No. Gregory? Maybe Gregory made? Not in the system. Which is more inclined to think it's a spirit who is doing that then. That line specifically takes out the impression that it's part of the software. Okay? That's what that means to me. I think Princess Quest is the canon ending. Yeah. I don't even know. There's a couple things that I'm not solid on, because I'm really, really solid on Roxy's the puppet, or Roxy is some like under the puppet, is working with the puppet. I don't know, but Roxy being the puppet is really solid in my head. Same with Sun and Moon being outside of the spirit stuff. Those two I'm really solid on. I'm just confused how he's tied to Mixer security system then. I mean, if that's the thing that's controlling all of the power in the pizzeria, then I wouldn't be surprised if like whatever's running in the wiring would be in Mixes. And that's why when we shut it down, it's like turning everything off. So whatever spirit is in there, good or bad, is gonna just die when we turn off that system. I'm just gonna be like, Michael is Cassie's father and the Blob at the same time. You're so right. Because if you count how many toes Prototype Freddy has, no. FNAF lore gets ridiculous, bro. But I love it so much. I love it so much. Mixes plays the role of the mom in the story about the monster. I mean, you're right. The fact it says mom is also big important line there. Because there is no reason for it to say mom if there is not a woman involved, which really narrows down our cast. Really narrows down our cast on who it could be. Because there's the whole thing about Mrs. Afton, right? I was really solid on the Mrs. Afton is running the Fazbear entertainment industry right now. I really liked that theory. I think it made a lot of sense, and why Scott was making us look at the like the company types and like the limited thing versus like the shareholders. There's something there, right, that Scott wants us to see, and I think it's Mrs. Afton. Where she is in this whole thing, no idea. got here, what are we talking about? I'm talking about Ruin's lore in FNAF. This is basically just a lore breakdown stream from me because I have a lot of thoughts, and this is what I was like said I was gonna do while I was making this mask. But I am working on my ECLIPSE mask for my ECLIPSE cosplay from Ruin. So that is what I am doing right now. I'm currently gluing all my pieces together. This is our mask. It's now fairly glued together, actually, which is very, very nice. She wouldn't be alive around that time or she'd be very old. Yeah. You're right. I don't know. I don't believe in age in this franchise. Personally. Age is a lie, one might say. I'd say that Gregory was the mother. I'm locking the mimic in the basement when the lullaby creates Gregory's voice. Yeah, the lullaby is Gregory's voice, and the monster is the mimic, and we are the kid who goes down there to open it. But who's telling us to stop? I mean, I guess it is the robot. Yeah, the mix is the mother. I don't know. I'm just a Candy Cadet enjoyer. What can I say? Zefton uses those anti-aging TikTok tips. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past her. Oh, Clara. It was funny because for a while I was like, why do we all call Mrs. Afton Clara? Like, I agree, but why do we start doing that? And then I remembered that in Sister Location, it's Clara, the baby isn't mine. And I was like, oh. Yeah, you right. Yeah, that's why. It's from the Sister Location, The Immortal and the Restless. It's because it's Clara, the baby isn't mine. That's why we call her Clara. That took a while for me to figure out. Yeah. Anyone who didn't know that, there's a fun fact for you today. Alright. Well, I've now glued all around the edges. It is together. I'm gonna let this dry for a second, and then chat, we're gonna move on to the second step I was gonna try and do on stream today. I don't know, we need to take all the spirits that we know are in the vicinity and what's it called? And account for them. Who's in the blob and whoever isn't. Before I'm going to the mimic. Research for that floor? No. Watch her talk about the lore, make an eclipse mask? Yes. Thank you. Okay. I'm letting this dry. That's what I'm doing right now, chat. I'm just letting it sit for a sec. Because it will dry very fast, but I have to let it dry. Okay. It's like, I don't want to go on the arc that mixes this glitch trap. I don't think it is. If, like, okay, great other question. Where'd the mimic come from? Who made the mimic? Base level question. Yeah, he's trapped down there. The book thing? I know it's a book thing. But either way, who made it? Henry? I don't think so. Because, okay. Theory that, actually solid theory. Actually, this is a really solid theory. I'm putting things together right now. I'm more inclined to say that the mimic is William. Okay, hold up. Bear with me for a sec. I'm braining. Bear with me. So security breach, real thing. Vanny is trying to bring back William Afton. William Afton virus and the mask, and is Vanny being kind of controlled and wants to bring it back. It's something about Elizabeth. Cool. Doesn't matter. How does Vanny bring back? They go grab what's left of Burn Trap, grab whatever's left of the spring lock suit. She stuffs it in the charging port, right? Then, in the cutscene, in the canon ending of Security Breach, the original one, all that purple stuff gets put in there. I would say that purple stuff is whatever was left of William's agony or remnant or whatever you want it to be on that thing, okay? Now, what else is in there? The mimic. I say Vanny put together the mimic, shoved that in there with whatever's left of Burn Trap and said, figure it out. You take his little agony and take this little robot that I made to do what it thinks it is. Go in there. Cool. Ending of Security Breach happens. We burn down that area. We burn the rest of the Springtrap suit. Maybe, please. Like a fully burned. Fully burned. What's left? The Mimic. The Mimic is under there, because what else is under there that would still be down there? Nothing. Only Burn Trap. Okay, so something being trapped in the FNAF 6 pizzeria, underneath Security Breach, alright? The blob is up. We saw the blob. We know where the blob went. The blob was at the top of the pizzeria, not down there anymore. It's not trapped. Okay, what else did we leave down there other than Burn Trap? What happened to Bonnie? I don't know the Monty Bonnie thing. Don't know. I think also has orange eyes. Yeah. Personally, I think the DLC follows the fire ending in Security Breach because everything looks burnt. It could have been an old building, but it's one of the endings we received the nest, so not long after. Yeah. Is that the scene? Is the burn ending when Gregory takes his head and they drive in the car together? Is that the fire ending? Or what are the comic pages we see? Hold up. Ruin DLC comic pages, because I bet whatever comic pages they give us is what the actual true ending is. Maybe? Maybe? Oh, Freddy's head is on fire. Gregory steals Freddy's head in a lot of endings. Yeah. You're right. So, okay. Right. Give me just an image. Give me just an image. Okay. Fine, I'll just move you guys over. So if this is the comics we're seeing, right? We've got Gregory running, Vanny finding Gregory, Freddy contemplating his life choices, Vanny running more after Gregory than the two of them are together. They're happy together. The robots turn on Vanny, which is actually pretty on point because the robots are being controlled by the puppet at that point. And the burn trap thing happens. The weird mix of a lot of endings is what it is. How many pages are the ending cutscenes, I think? Yeah, this is the Sword and the Anvil as Princess Quest. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about Princess Quest because I don't know a lot about Princess Quest. And I have no idea what the point of the Monty Bonnie stuff is. Because I feel like that's important to putting together, like, wherever Glamrock Bonnie is, or whoever was in Glamrock Bonnie, blah, 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 is very important to figuring it out. And I don't know what to do there. Pretty contemplating his life choices is the best way to describe that image. Thank you. Thank you. I agree. All right. Gonna film the next start of this TikTok and show that it's all put together. Cool. Who do you think Gregory's friend is who has a map of the underground? I mean the Mimic. Right? Right? Like, Gregory working with the Mimic makes the most sense. To me, personally. It's specifically the line of, we can't be followed. literally leads you to your death. Vanessa probably has a map. It's totally Vanessa. Never mind. Forget everything I said. It's totally Vanessa. That makes way more sense. Where is Big DJ Music Man? Where'd they hide him? In the daycare theater. We see Big Music Man in AR mode. Also, I mean, technically we see him in AR mode. We don't go to the arcade he's in during that game. We don't go to Music Man's area. The Fazcade, the Superstarcade, we don't go there in Ruin. So he could totally still be over there, and they just didn't want to do a level with giant ruined Music Man. Or he's in the daycare theater. Either way. Either way. Probably sad and alone. I believe in him. Did in AR mode, didn't you? Yeah, in AR mode you see Big Music Man. Cool. All right, chat. So just to give you guys an update on what I'm doing now, got more modeling foam, and the modeling foam is going to smooth out all these edges. We're gonna use it and go over all of the edges, make it all nice, and then I'm gonna repaint over it to get the final paint job done on it. But I wanted to get the edges smooth, so it looks like it's all one mask. That's the plan. Like, pieces have fallen off of it, but all the pieces are together. That's the important part. That's what we're gonna do. And I've got my clay modeling foam here, which I love very, very much. And I use just so much. So much. I use it. It's this little bit of goo. In the goo. And we literally just... Boop, and smooth operator. We're just gonna smooth over all the edges, and then we're gonna paint over it yet again. So that's our plan. Goo gooby. Okay, in our AR mode, we take the mask off. I thought you went to the Music Man area. It's a place you go to, the caution bot behind the weird waterfall, and there are music notes. You go there. It's the server room. Is that where the Fazcade is? Because Helpy says it's the server room. But that could totally be Music Man's area. Right before the server room area. We fall down him, and then we're in... Where are we right after we fall? We're just in some, like, back tunnels. Maybe that is. Desperately tries to remember the Pizzaplex Mac. His area is over by Roxy Raceway. The top right corner. No, it's not. It's on the other side. My directional sense is coming in here. Thank you, Neon Rosie, for the raid. Welcome in. Crocheting? I'm always so comforting. Hey, I hope crocheting's going well. I'm putting some goop on this mask. And it is going pretty well, I would say. Goo gooby. Alright. There we go. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be better than the cardboard. When you look at it from the front, just a smoother version of what we already have. So yeah, I'm going to keep going. I'm going back to look at your Ruin VOD lol. I'm confusing myself. So fair. Yeah, so to be clear, chat, I played through all of Ruin. I have a VOD channel on YouTube if you're interested in going and watching my playthrough. I say a lot of lore thoughts while I'm like watching it. While I'm like playing through it. Whenever I spotted something, I would point it out and be like, for me, that's a room. Someone could please tell me though what the baby room is. Would love that. Would love for you to tell me what the weird baby plush room is. Don't know why that was there. Mask is looking good. Yeah! No, it is looking really, really solid. Hold up, let me turn the lights on as well, chat. Boop. So this is what we're working with right now. I am very, very pleased with it so far, and we're currently smoothing out the edges. Maybe just a Health Wanted reference, because Vanny. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. The ruined VODs are me mourning my sons. Yeah, I will say, and I missed the one in the secret one in Monty Golf. I hit, like, all the other ones that weren't in the secret portal to Monty's stage room. I got, like, every other caution bot, actually. Like, I got the one in the secret daycare room. Could be wrong, it's pretty weird the DJ's next to Bonnie Bowling. That would make sense for why the mini music mans are there. That would make a lot of sense. For why the mini music mans are there. That checks out. And we get to Bonnie Bowling through Phaser Blast. Which we get to through Roxy Raceway. No. Alright, there we go. Filming more of the TikTok chat, you know how it is. Maybe I should run the FNAF VR game if I remember correctly. I'm sure they were. I just want to know what they're doing here. I can accept that you exist. But what are you doing? In my Pizzaplex. The back room by Cheecher's place. I know, that's another thing I missed. Restoring Chica's voice box. I missed that room. But I don't think there was a caution bot in there, so it was literally just one. Sure, I sent mail. I hope it gets to you. Oh! Oh! I believe in you. But no, I do have a P.O. box. I check it fairly often. I've been sent some pretty cool stuff there. I think it's very, very cool. I actually need to go check it again. But no, I have a P.O. box. It's on the screen, and you can do !P.O. box. You can totally send stuff, even if it's just a little note saying hi, I like your stuff. Or if you want to send things, you also can, but totally not required. Do you open things on stream? When I get them, yeah. And for sure, I'll show them off. Sometimes I can't resist, and I open things right when I get them. But I will for sure, I show them off on stream. And I literally have kept everything you guys have ever given me. I want you guys know that. Like, I have a box. It's called the Sure box. It's over there. And it has everything you guys have ever given me at a con, or my P.O. box, or mainly those two. And the stuff that isn't in there is either art on my wall or parts of cosplays. Like, people have given me bracelets for my character Sherbert cosplay. I have a bunch, and I wear them every time. The Sure box, yeah. Boom. No, I think it's just so much more fun if William isn't involved, you know what I mean? He's had his time. For the record, chat, most of that side is good. Put up there. Doing good. We are going to go in this crack, but I'm doing that last. Boom, 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 boom. Technology, man. It's evolved. Considering the mimic exists, it could be possible they all have a type of mimic program to make their personalities. I mean, that's fair. I don't know. The one thing I'm sure about is Roxy and the puppet. Whether or not it is the puppet, up in the air, but the puppet is involved with what Roxy's doing. It's like the puppet's whole bit to care about birthdays. You know what I mean? William's had enough time. You gotta stop coming back eventually, King, right? I know you always come back, but maybe take a vacation to hell. Out of the air security room in the back rooms of Roxy Raceway. Yeah. Take care of it. Yeah, and I know Edwin is Henry. So, I mean, yeah, Henry's color is orange. I guess that's the FNAF 6 pizzeria where we know Henry's been. You know what? Actually, I'm okay. If Henry's in it, I'll just be happy. All I want is him. That's my guy. That's my guy. I love him. Give me a reason to cosplay Henry again. I will. In a heartbeat. I love him. I love gay men. But Emily, please come back. Afton always comes back. Give me Henry Emily content. I really want to see Cassie's dad. I don't think Cassie's dad is a major player. Yeah, I'd like to see him. I don't think he's a major player in our world. Personally, just like my dad. I bet Cassie is just a kid who went to the Pizzaplex a lot because her dad worked there, and met Gregory because Gregory lived in the Pizzaplex pretty much, and they probably got friends through that. Yeah, I gotta upload Haley's second sister location VOD. It's a wonderful stream. Alright, look at that. Whole side is looking good. I'm gonna do the rest of over here. Feeling good, gamers. That is a reference to Major Layers. She's a reference to Major Layers. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, I don't know. Because her name is Cassie, which is the exact middle between Charlie and Cassidy. Which is just like, you didn't give us either one, you just gave us most of both. And I don't know what to do with that. What do you expect from me there? Cassie equal Cassidy? Cassidy's very dead. I don't think Cassie is Cassidy. And I don't think Cassie, I think Cassie is just a kid. She can be a reference to other things, but her herself is just a kid. Like it took a lot for me to get behind the Gregory is a robot theory, but now I'm like, yeah, Gregory is a robot, yeah. Probably he is. But not Cassie. Everyone's talking about to think of the Big Music Man area. After the server room, before you run into the Big Mix-Ups thing. The Big Music Notes and stuff look so much like the arcade layout and how the walkways are laid out. Okay, so I know what room you're talking about. It's where there's all the anomalies and we find the one caution bot and the Golden Freddy AR collectible. And I was like, this matters. Should we talk about the caution bots? Let's talk about the caution bots. Kids? Kids? Probably, right? Is that the consensus? Kids? I think that's the Music Man room. That's fair. Like where he is or would be. Yeah. Another kids in the 1990s, right? Serving one of them goofy enough in the would past Scott. Well, age isn't a problem. Age, like, you could, they died. So if she is Charlie or Cassidy, that's a spirit in a robot kid. She's not actually aging. She's not alive. If she is Cassie or Cassidy, they're both very dead. And I just don't think it's either. Humbly. Mapbot's still my favorite. I do like Mapbot. You are right. Broke my ankle this morning, but I want to check on stream. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. I hope your ankle feels a little bit better. Sure you did it. Other than nothing wrong ever. I do think the caution bots are probably kid spirits, right? Like, what else could the caution bots be? My like original thought was that they were cameras. Like that's what I like really thought was happening. Was that they are cameras, right? And like when I started deactivating, I was like, yeah, whatever's watching me isn't gonna be able to see me. And then at like number 8, I was like, oh no, I think I'm killing kids. Get back some chicken nuggies. Yo, chicken nuggies. I love chicken nuggies. Very, very pog. Oh no, I think I'm killing kids. Yeah. I simply did hit that point where I was like, oh no, I don't think I'm doing a good thing anymore. I don't think what I'm doing is good for the health of these kids. And it's funny, because when I was watching Mark's playthrough, he was like, yeah, I'm getting rid of him. And then at the same one that was like, I think something's wrong here, he was like, I think these are kids. And I was like, well, I'm glad we agree. It was the exact same point where we were like, okay, this is getting now kind of odd. And you can hear the children scream. So maybe, just maybe, they're totally kids. But does that imply kids are dying at the Pizzaplex? Like, is that what that's implying? Because the kids' spirits, most of them have either moved on or are in the blob. Like, the remnant that was the kids is no longer around. That's my thing. Herb watches Markiplier? Yes. Absolutely I do. Pizzaplex is huge, it'd be easier to hide the kids. Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of kids die in the Tales of the Pizzaplex books. But we don't ever see... Oh, wait. No. Kids totally die at the Pizzaplex. The whole thing of the disappearances. They're yeah. No, wait. Never mind. They totally kill kids in the Pizzaplex. We literally know that. All the kids that go missing there. Yeah, totally. Totally a thing. Never mind. I was like, I don't remember any kids dying in the Pizzaplex. No, plenty of them died. Gregory being a missing kid? I don't... So what? Robot Kid Gregory, right? Robot Kid Gregory. Are we implying that there's a non-robot Kid Gregory who may have died? And then was taken over by Robot Kid Gregory? Is that what we're implying here? Is that what you're trying to throw at me? 'Cause I don't know how I feel. There's a part where the Gregory missing posters appear. I know, that's my point. Because that implies that there is a Gregory that people know about, that has a family that would report him missing. Which implies that Gregory is not a robot. Which I am kind of against. I really do think. Not the I will put together back together arc again. I know. Because there's totally something to say about like one of the big like tropes in like the recent FNAF that they've been really throwing at us is people making robot kids that look like they're dead kids. And the Gregory as a robot is really based in that one of like William Afton making Gregory to look like the crying child, right? That's what that theory is based in, and that he was never a real kid except when he was the crying child and died in Golden Freddy back in 1983. That's a thing now. Yeah, it also is heavily implying that like there are two Vanessas. One is a robot, and one is actually Vanessa, and the other is like Elizabeth. Also, but is also pretending to be Vanessa. A lot there. Looks at the Silver Eyes intensely. Silver Eyes is something. I've read a good bit of the FNAF like novels. I haven't read a lot of the short stories. I have a bunch of the books, but I haven't actually gone through and actually sat and read them. I will say, Count the Ways. Oh, Funtime Freddy. In the first short stories book, not a Pizzaplex one. Funtime Freddy being cursed as all heck. I really don't get the hype around baby Elizabeth. I like her. I do. I do like her. What is she doing here, though? What is she doing here? I like her. Now tell me why she's here. Count the Ways is my favorite. Count the Ways is something. For the record, I'll tell you guys about Count the Ways. So there's in the first FNAF short story book that ever came out. I read through the whole thing. It's the ball pit one. It's the To Be Beautiful, which is the like replacing parts of people's bodies slowly, and Count the Ways, which is it never says it's Funtime Freddy, but just the way it talks about like there's a bear robot, and then it like talks. And it's the speech patterns and the way that its personality is it's Funtime Freddy. And basically, kid gets trapped in his stomach, as the robots do. And he's like, how do you want to die? Let me tell you all the ways that I can kill you. And it's like, you could suffocate, you could starve, you could, and it's really cursed. I mean, Funtime Freddy pops off, I guess. It describes Funtime Freddy, just never names him. Yeah, it's very, very clear it's Funtime Freddy. Like, when I read it, I didn't even have to wait till it was like, a white bear robot. I was like, oh, that's Funtime Freddy. I know my boy. I know my boy when I see him. That's my boy. I really want to read the books. Some of them are good, some of them are not. Are they well written? No. Are they interesting? Sure. But like from like an actual like grammatical story standpoint, they're not good. They just have implications. Alright, for the record, chat, look at that. Nice. And we just gotta do up here. And that's our last bit to goo up. This stuff's already getting hard, which is a big win. We like that. Everyone liked that. Cool. Now I want to read them more. English major. So fair. I've only read the novel trilogy, so I need to read the novellas. Yeah. I have like all of the... I think I have all 10 of the original FNAF short story books. I got them as they came out forever, but I don't have any of the Pizzaplex ones. because I do like my old FNAF lore. I do appreciate that, like, the past of FNAF, we're pretty solid on what happens up to custom night. Like, up to custom night, that's pretty set in stone. We basically know what happened there and the lore. Like, a lot of that we have figured out. It's now just figuring out what the heck is happening with AI and the Mimic, and it's a whole new territory. And Phasgoo. Phasgoo's story was wild. Phasgoo's story was something. Just decapitation because Funtime Freddy never done that one before, so I can't believe I had a chance to live. Yeah, that story, it's really messed up. But it's something. It's the third one in the first book, Count the Ways. I've seen people cosplay Count the Ways Funtime Freddy. One of my mutuals, who was a big Glamrock Freddy cosplayer back when Security Breach first came out. It's funny. I'm seeing all my mutuals crawl out of the FNAF hole, the cosplay stuff from the DLC. See all my FNAF mutuals come out of the woodworks. And I mean me too, but I really thought FNAF 3 was sister location. Oh. It's the fact that Centros knows like little to nothing about the lore is so funny to me, because I'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm doing all these things. He's like, are you winning, son? Yeah, we did it. Gamers. Okay, now it's time to film our little bit of a TikTok action here. Cool. Are we doing the raise today? Possibly. I might cut him out right now. I think I'm gonna cut him out and I'm not gonna paint him right now. But I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, chat. Ooh, but it's all glued together, which is very, very nice and cool, and I like it a lot. And the goos, the edges are good. And I think I'm gonna try and paint those today, but I'm gonna let this dry for a sec. And while we're doing that, we can cut out our rays, which, maybe I want to do them out of cardboard. Do I want to do the rays out of cardboard? I did my old ones out of foam, right? So here, let's compare and contrast. This is a fun experience. Let's compare and contrast. So, old sun mask got a lot of the same gimmicks as this one, right? It's got the light up eyes. It's very similar, but when you compare the two, you can see just how much more detailed this one is compared. Look at that. To be clear, this one was made extremely quickly because I realized I needed a second mask. Because I made... Still have it, right? It's still over here. Yeah, so that's not the original. I actually have 3 masks, chat. So I made a moon mask. This was the original mask. This is heavy. It's made out of clay. A little ridiculously up there. But this one, which I haven't used in a while because I haven't cosplayed Moon in forever. One sec. One sec, gamers. I'm gonna fix this. Hello? Can you go in your... There you go. Okay. So this is the moon mask, right? These two were meant to go next to each other. Which is fun. But what I did was I made this mask into sun, and then you guys were like, do moon. So I tore it apart and made it into the moon mask. But this is the original piece that I made and Spam made. And then this one was pumped out really quickly when I realized I needed a sun mask again when I was gonna go to a convention. So neither of these are that detailed, actually. Neither of these are that detailed. Let me put Moon back. There you go, you can live there. But I will say, chat, the coolest thing that I think I have ever, Kellan Goff. This is the voice actor of Sun, Moon, Glamrock Freddy, and Funtime Freddy. When I met him at a con, I had him sign my Sun mask. So this is Kellan Goff's signature. It's very, very cool. One of the cooler things I think I have. He's one of the few voice actors that I actually really care about. And like have been, like, I look to see what he's going to be in because I care. One sec, chat, as I put these masks back in their hole. My FNAF shelf. All my FNAF props. I have just so many. So many FNAF things. Okay, what am I gonna do? If not brain rot. Alright, there we go. Back up over there. Why did that remind me about the unused Freddy lines from the single version of the Happy Birthday song? I like the unused German Funtime Freddy ones. I think that's my favorite, is that Funtime Freddy was almost German. So Kellan Goff, for his audition, has like a whole set of lines that are like German accent Funtime Freddy, and it's really funny. We love Kellan. I enjoy Kellan because he was born with like a weird thing in his vocal cords, so he can naturally make sounds that other people can't. So like his Sun and Moon voice isn't like edited. That's actually what he sounds like, without any distortion or changing of his voice. He can do that with his vocal cords, and that's kind of epic. Yeah. I know a lot about him because I actually care, and he's like the one voice actor that I wanted to meet, just in general. I don't even know if there's another voice actor that I could name that I would really want to like meet other than him. So yeah, and that's the video, chat. You guys know the video, the live voicing with the regular sauce that I have. If I look up my own video, I'll find it. You guys know the video I'm talking about? Give me a moment. Earthquake. Glamrock Freddy. Is that enough? Give me the video? Yeah. This, chat.
So I got to meet Glamrock
This
Freddy
video.
and his voice actor at Level Up Expo.
This was really cool. That's Kellan. This is a really cool thing.
What have you done with Gregory?
Right here.
Oh, there's Gregory.
He's fine.
Hello, Gregory. How are you doing today? I see you escaped the pizza place.
I did.
No problems?
No, I'm good.
Excellent. Way to go, superstars.
It was a really cool thing to have seen. Yeah, so this is the regular sauce, which if you don't know, he's made a couple of like this. This is his Glamrock Freddy. He also has a FNAF 1 Freddy that he made that's completely functional, and he's inside it and he's moving it. He actually lives in Vegas, which is kind of bonkers. But they did a little section where they walked around and Kellan was live voicing Glamrock Freddy. And specifically, they talked to us. And both of them commented on this video. I don't know if I could find the comment because there are 6,000 comments on this video, but both the regular sauce and Kellan commented on this and was like, it was very fun to meet you. And I was like, that's cool. That's my quick side note. If you guys hadn't seen that clip. Most of you have though. It has a lot of views. People have seen it. Athena's our superstar, yeah. Put the TikTok in my hands. It was very cool. It was very, very cool. Okay, but chat, what are we thinking? What are we thinking, by the way? So, we've got options here, okay? I've got this foam, right, which is a lot more weight, it's a lot less, but it'll be able to bend. And to be clear, I'd cut it out and then I'd flatten it. The Gen Loss mask is made out of this. I can sit and I can flatten it and make the rays out of this. Or I can get cardboard. I think I want to do foam. I think I do want to do foam. I think I want to do foam. Okay, you guys agree. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cut out a piece of cardboard, though, to get our sizing right. That I am gonna do. Because I would like to make sure that all my things are the same size. I've got some cardboard right here. And I'm gonna really quickly just cut out a little square for us to mess with. And make sure we get the right size that we want. So, probably good there. Square. Okay. So, let's get a pencil. And I'm gonna let you guys kind of help with this. So, I don't think it needs to be... Like, do we think... Like, that's solid? I know you guys can't really see. Do you think that's a good size or bigger? We could go even more. Maybe like there. I think this is a pretty solid size to do, because it would be 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think this is solid. I think that's solid. Sing a song. Person without a name. You got a song for me? You got a song for me? Lullaby have not been non-stop. I can do non-stop. That's funky. I don't know Show's Lullaby completely. It's one of the songs that Zenny wrote for Fable, and I don't know it off the top of my head. I wish I could, because I would be down. So I can do non-stop from Hamilton. That's fun. That's kind of fun. I will ask every time. I respect it. I might have to do a karaoke. I mean, I'm recording it. It's fine. If I get copyright struck because of Hamilton, I think I'm okay with that. So, okay. That's fun. You are talking about non-stop from Hamilton, right? Not a different non-stop? Just to be clear. Okay. I can't wait to sing all the parts, chat. It's been a while since I've sung non-stop. Okay. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics. Not that I need them. I was a Hamilton fan. He's just non-stop. Okay, so we're gonna sing. I'm gonna do it without... I'm gonna do it with the actual song and not karaoke because it's easier. But we're gonna sing, chat. Again, we play this off of my phone because there's a delay on my headsets. But we're gonna sing. It's time for my theater kid time. Do we have gotten to MCCR yet? No, we probably won't for like another week or two. But when we find out, you guys will see on MCC's Twitter when they start tweeting out teams. But we don't know yet, so alas. All right, let's sing, shall we? This is gonna start right off the bat. Let's see if I can just do this. This is a long song, but I'm hype about it. All right, here we go. After the war, I went back to New York. After the war, I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced law. I practiced law, Burr worked next door. Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious, bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation, the liberty behind deliberation. I intend to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt with my assistant counsel, Counsel Hamilton, sit down. Our client Levy Weeks is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say. Okay, one more thing. Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? And that attitude may be your doom. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep on fighting in the meantime. Corruption's such an old song that we can sing along in harmony, and nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. This kind of music constantly is increasingly stalling, and honestly, that's why public service seems to be calling me. I practiced the law, I practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world, and I've corrected it. Now through a strong central democracy, if not, then I'll be Socrates throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities. Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention. I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention. There is a New York junior delegate. Now what I'm gonna say may sound inelegant. Goes and proposes his own form of government. His own plan for a new form of government. Talks for 6 hours. The convention is listless. Right, young man? Yo, who the F is this? Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you always say what you believe? Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies. Why do you write like it's going out of style? Hey, write day and night like it's going out of style. Every day you fight like it's going out of style. Do what you're doing. Alexander Aaron Burr, sir. Well, it's the middle of the night. Can we confer, sir? Is this illegal, man? Yes, and it's important to me. What do you need, Burr? You're a better lawyer than me. Okay, I know I talk too much. I'm abrasive. You're incredible in court. You're succinct and persuasive. My client needs a strong defense. You're the solution. Who's your client? The new U.S. Constitution? No. Hear me out? No way. A series of essays anonymously published defending the document of the public. No one will read it. I disagree. And if it fails, Burr, that's why we need it. The Constitution's a mess, so it needs amendment. It's full of contradictions. So is independence. We have to start somewhere. No. No way. You're making a mistake. Good night. Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for? We won the war. What was it all for? Do you support this Constitution? Of course, and defend it. And what if you're backing the wrong horse? Burr, we studied and we fought and we killed for a notion of a nation we now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand to the I don't keep all my plans close to my chest. I'll wager and see which way the wind will blow. I am taking my time watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow. I am sailing off to London. I am accompanied by someone who always pays. I have found a wealthy husband who will keep me in comfort for all my days. He is not a lot of fun, but there's no one who can match you for turn of phrase. My Alexander, Angelica, don't forget to rhyme. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if your wife could share a fraction of your time, if I could grant you peace of mind, would that be enough? Alexander joins forces with James Madison and John Jay to write a series of essays defending the new United States Constitution entitled The Federalist Papers. The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the 3 men. In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. Hamilton wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time? Are you running out of time? How do you write like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you write like you need it to survive? How do you write every second you're alive? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. They're asking me to lead. I'm doing the best I can to get the people that I need. I'm asking you to be my right hand man. I know it's a lot to ask, to leave behind the world you know. Do you want me to run the Treasury or State Department? Treasury. Let's go. Alexander, I have to leave. Alexander, look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. How glad they are asking me to leave. Look around, isn't this enough? He will never be sad to be enough. He will never be satisfied. History has its eyes on you. He will never be sad. Isn't this enough? Is this enough? Why do you write like history has its eyes on you? I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am Alexander Hamilton, just you wait. I am not throwing away my shot. Yeah, I'm a theater kid. What about it? Thank you, chat. Thank you. Thank you for the 21 months, Fluid. Thank you. I appreciate it. Got her just in time for song time. Yeah, we were singing Hamilton. Theater kids unite. Real, not fake, actually. I have so many thoughts about Hamilton. Good. Me too. Me in high school. Not even high school. It was like middle school to high school. Yeah. That was something. Theater go burr, baby. Dare I say theater go burr. JK, you go over here. Nice. Cool. That was awesome. Thank you. It's hard when they all sing over each other and I'm supposed to sing all the parts, but I definitely have my little ways. And can you tell that I want to be George Washington? Can you tell that my if I could do anything, I would want to be George Washington in Hamilton. Of all things, I want to be him. He's so good. I held him in my hands. Don't mind me checking something. Really? Bruh. Ugh. Okay. Soon. Okay. George Washington is gender. I don't know what it is. I think it's my Technoblade thoughts that make me want to be George Washington, actually. Because he's so good. Okay, so chat. We got the cardboards cut out for the shaping, but this is dry, so we're gonna do this. Before we do anything, we're gonna do this. And I think I'm gonna start out by painting it yellow. Like this is. I'm gonna start out with a yellow where it's yellow, obviously. Like over here, it's not gonna be yellow. But I think I'm gonna start out by doing the yellow, and then we're gonna scuff it up. We're gonna scuff it up like no one's business. So I'm gonna open up my paint over here. All right. Agnes Washington Wilbur Hamilton. I look at like right-hand man, and I hold it in my hands. That's all. All right. I'm gonna pour out some paint over here, chat. I've got a little paint plate ready. Need to open this one sec. Wonderful. Love it. Now give me yellow paint. Give me yellow paint. Give me what must I do to get yellow paint? What do you want from me? I know what you want. You want me to put something in there. So give me a second. Give me a moment. Got a plan. Okay. All right. Let me in. Okay. I've created a hole. I've done it. We got paint. We got him. Come on. But we got a little bit and I'll take it. Then I'm gonna take out the white because we mix a bunch of colors together actually to get the color that is this. To get the color that we actually use on the mask, I actually use orange, yellow, and white in a mix to get the shade that I want, because it's weird. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in. Sorry. This hat, it's weird. Notice if grab their phone to do something and they get distracted by your notice and completely forget what you were gonna do? All the time. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes, I do that. Alright, 1 sec, it's TikTok time. You guys know how it is. Alright. 1 moment. Cool. Don't mind me. Cool. So I'm gonna be painting this. It's gonna be really, really yellow and really, really bright at first. And that's okay, because we are going to not keep it that way. Oh, you silly, silly mask. The things I'm going to do to you. Alright, but we gotta make sure it's still like a reasonable color for what it is. The Undertale one? I don't even remember. Is there music? Music right now? What did I like bum 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 bum? Did I do that on accident? Oh, the TikTok? Oh, it's because I filmed the first clip while the stream was starting. That would be why you heard that. I filmed the first clip when stream was starting, so it recorded the audio of the start of stream. and then I just muted after, but that is why you may have heard that. I had to process what you were talking about for a second, though. A little goofy. What are you making and what's it from? This is my Eclipse mask from FNAF Security Breach Ruin DLC that came out recently. I'm working on this big old mask for my Eclipse cosplay, which theoretically I'm gonna be cosplaying on Thursday, chat. Which is kind of epic. Kind of hype. Assuming I can get all of this done, chat, because I got some stuff this weekend that I have to do, and I'm not gonna have time to cosplay, and I really want to get him done. So, I'm trying to get everything done in time. Do we get into cosplay vid for Eclipse? Probably eventually. I don't do it like the first time I get into a character. I don't do it the first time I get into a character. If there's one on Sun that's already up on my YouTube, which is gonna be a lot of the same process as what I'm gonna do for Eclipse. But yeah, probably eventually this will get one. It depends if it does well. I like to do ones that people wonder about, like, how did you do that? How'd you make that? And I'll be like, okay, I'll show you. Which is why I'm filming the process of making the mask. And I've streamed like 4 or 5 hours of me working on this, to be quite honest. I have just been streaming a lot of the making of this guy. So yeah. Alright, but we are going to mess up this man's day as soon as I get the base color on. We're gonna scratch him up. MC Saturday, let's go. Yeah, it's MCC this Saturday. I am excited. But no, you guys are gonna see the stuff that's happening. Oh, and I'll mention it again now, because it's a little bit later into the stream. I announced earlier today that tomorrow, chat, is the legendary and highly anticipated Charles stream. Is gonna be tomorrow, chat. So, I'm gonna be doing a special stream, 3 p.m. EST, 6 EST, and 11 in the UK. If you're anywhere else, do the math yourself. And it's gonna be a stream. I do highly recommend coming. It's going to be very fun. I've got a couple of things planned. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be a very good vibe. Alright, look at that. So that was the whole point of what we were doing. Getting it to look like this, where on the edges it's smooth, and it looks like it just keeps going. It also means we have to scuff it up, and I have to do this whole side still. That's all the gray metallic stuff that's happening. So, let's pour out some of that. Cosplay's your content, really like your dreams to be cosplayers are the best. The mask looking awesome. This, yeah, hi, thank you. I appreciate you popping in stream. All right. For the record, chat, I have this old silver metallic paint, which is what I've been using to make it shiny, as well as this black metallic paint. And I'm kind of mixing the two together, and that's how I've been getting the like scuffed up metal color that's shiny on this back part. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna mix those two together and start doing those. So heck yeah. Need shiny from my den last. Do you think it's gonna win? I don't know this time. I don't think I know the teams perfectly this time. If I look though, I'll tell you who I think. All right, here we go. We're just gonna paint this kind of how it is, and however we paint this, I'm gonna go over it and kind of make it blend a little bit better. But you can see instantly that that just blends right into the color that's already right there. Already right off the bat, looking and feeling very, very blended in with what was already there. So, very good. Yeah, cool. Where is it? Where is it? Somebody asked that. I saw somebody asking you if I'm doing eggs. Yeah, I'm actually cosplaying Cheyenne tonight, and I'm cosplaying Geg in the future as well. But I'm doing Cheyenne tonight. It's Phil's egg on the QSMP, which is gonna be very fun, I think. Clip of me painting is filmed, and now I can actually paint. I'd love to get a better setup for crafting streams, because I really want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing, but I know that right now this is the best I got with the setup I have. Yeah. Good for Etho. Oh, is this Etho's first MCC? I saw that he's on a team. Is this Etho's first MCC? I might be very, very wrong about that. Yeah, oh, okay. That's kind of... I do hope Etho wins then, yeah. I mean, I'll probably be watching Rambu, because that is who I watch most of the time. Recently, I used to watch Wilbur every single MCC. But since he has been doing not MCC, I've been watching a lot of Rambu POV. And Rambu won last time, which was very, very epic. Very, very epic and cool, and I'm so happy Rambu finally won, because man's deserved it. They absolutely deserved it. He's only MCC as well. Fair. I really want to catch this one because it's gonna be there. Yeah. Seems like there's a lot of people who are really excited to see Etho play, and I agree. He's very good. All of the Hermitcraft guys and like the Traffic SMP, all of Grian's Last Life and Double Life, all those guys. I wish I want to cosplay more of them. I really want to do Grian. Grian's been on my list for such a long time. Like I wanted to cosplay Grian back when I was watching Sam Gladiator. Yeah, I did that, chat. Any Yandere High School Minecraft fans in the chat? But there's at least 2 of you. Yeah. But no, I've definitely been, I don't know, I guess slowing down with how many cosplays I'm doing. Compared to like what I was doing at the height of the Dream SMP, when I was cosplaying like every character from the Dream SMP, and I was doing one every day, and it was ridiculous, and I had just so much energy to keep doing that. I've slowed down a lot and kind of been doing quality over quantity with my cosplays, I think. Instead of just pumping out a ton, I've been trying to do some bigger ones that are better and spending more time making those out. I saw somebody ask earlier, my journey getting into cosplaying, and I'll tell that story while I'm painting right now, because I've told it before, but for people who haven't heard it, it's something. So I started cosplaying right when the pandemic started. Right when COVID started was when I started making TikToks, and I actually joined an OC tag because I got a video on my For You page of somebody in an OC tag like making funky POVs, and I was like, this looks really cool. So I poked Mambu and I poked Haley, and I was like, you guys wanna make OCs for this thing and dress up? Because I have a lot more time on my hands, and I cosplay was always something that I was interested in because I just like Halloween, and cosplaying is just doing Halloween more. And I was like, okay, well now I'm home all the time, and it's not like I have to do school right now because it's in the pandemic and nobody knows what's going on. So I'm gonna cosplay. So I made an OC for a tag called Underground Library, which shout out to everyone who's in the Underground Library tag. A lot of you guys are like my mods or still friends, and that kind of thing. A lot of us have kind of all gone our own separate ways a while ago. This was like three-ish years ago, I would say. 4-ish years ago. And I started making stuff for that, and I had a really good time. And then I was like, okay. So I wasn't like famous yet. I was just doing my own thing. I was just having a fun time. And then I was like, I'm gonna cosplay some other characters from things that I like. So I cosplayed the Squip from Be More Chill, and I cosplayed Toy Bonnie pretty early on. And I cosplayed, I made a bunch more OCs for a bunch of different tags. And I kept doing that for a while. And then I started making D&D memes on TikTok, which is a weird thing. But I started making memes about D&D parties, and I had like a bunch of D&D like characters that not characters themselves, but like a bard. Like I had an outfit for like a barbarian, and I made a bunch of skits and stuff. And one of those blew up. One of them blew up. I got like 500k views, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing this. So I kept making those. I kept making D&D memes, and eventually I fell into the Dream SMP. This was after I'd cosplayed my fair share of like characters from musicals, and I'd done Toy Bonnie. I'd done Mettaton at this point. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy had blown up other than my D&D posts. And then I got into the Dream SMP, and I was like, oh my god, I want to cosplay all of them. So I sped run Schlatt and Techno, because Mambu had a pink wig that she wasn't using, and I was like, can I take it to do Techno? And I ordered some stuff off Amazon, and I ordered big ram horns, and I did Techno. It was so scuffed. It was not great. It was, looking back compared to like what it is now, it was a starting point. Is what it was. I got contacts for the first time. I ordered colored contacts. I was like, okay. And I cosplayed Techno. They did okay. Then I cosplayed Schlatt, and I had a video blow up. That was me. It was to his speech, his presidential speech of where's Tubbo? Get on up here, Tubbo. Stand up on my podium. That video blew up, like blew up. And I was like, whoa, people like my Schlatt. And I really quickly became known as that one Schlatt cosplayer. And Schlatt actually had seen my cosplay of him and that video, because there was a stream where he was reacting to like TikTok compilations way back when. Boop. Thank you, Neptune EXE, for the raid. And he actually saw my cosplay. He saw like 3 or 4 of us Schlatt cosplayers at the time that were bigger. He actually saw, and so that was cool. That happened. and I got really known for my Schlatt cosplay. Then I updated my techno. Cosplay, and then my techno cosplay started to do good. And my techno cosplay is what actually ended up taking off. With Schlatt, I hit like 50K on TikTok for people who knew me for my Schlatt and followed me for my Schlatt videos. And then I started hitting people with my techno. And my techno really quickly became more of a staple than my Schlatt. And I kept doing that. I kept pumping out more and more. I was cosplaying like 3 or 4 times. At this point, the pandemic's now like dying down. And like a year since I started cosplaying. And I kept going. And I kept doing more and more Dream SMB characters. And I got known for doing versions of techno. I had like, at the time it was like 10 or 12 versions of techno that I'd cosplayed. And I got pretty well known for that. Hit 100K. Started streaming on Twitch. Yeah, and then FNAF Security Breach came out. Yeah, that's probably the next thing that's important. So I was already famous. I had like 500K. I was doing really well. I was very well known as a Dream SMB cosplayer. I still am. And then Security Breach came out, and I was like, I'm gonna cosplay Sun, and I sped ran it. Like 3 days after Security Breach dropped, I had a full Sun cosplay, and it was the third video I posted of my Sun was the one that blew up. That's the video that has still my most viewed video, over 10 million views. Yeah, and at that point, I'd already started Fable. I cosplayed my character, and I was starting to meet some of my friends that I have like today. Yeah. And since that, I've been doing more and more cosplays as long as the internet will have me. As long as you guys want to watch me stuff, I'm gonna keep creating stuff. That's where I've been, and that's kind of my journey with cosplaying. I got really thrown into it really early without knowing a lot about like cosplaying, or I didn't really know what I was doing at all. I just got thrown into being famous and expecting to have cosplays on the same level as people that worked unbelievably hard on their stuff, and I was just like this little guy who didn't even know anything. I didn't have like contacts for some of the cosplays, and then the rest is history. Been making more and more content ever since. Heart, brain control, caffeinate thing. Yep. Love, brain, heart control, caffeinate, melatonin. That's the video. Yeah. That's got the 10 million views. It's pinned on my account because it's the one with 10 million views. To be clear, I have a lot of videos that are over 1 million, but that's the one that it was right at the height of Security Breach and everyone was losing it. That's the video, and then I hit 1 million. It's kind of funny, but I mean, I don't know if funny is the right word, but my timing was something else, because technically I hit 1 million because of techno passing. That was the thing that got me over. I was already at like 990 and I knew it was going to happen, but the actual thing that ticked it over was techno passing, and then people looking at my cosplay. First I ever saw your techno cos was in a Dream SMB compilation? Yeah. I know I'm in a lot of those, and I don't have a specific problem with them, because a lot of them you can see my username, so it's not like you're just stealing my stuff and pretending it's you. The record chat, I'm just kind of scuffing up the edges right now, making it look just a little worse for wear, where I have little scrapes and stuff. Alright, chat, let me give you an update of what this looks like, because I was just talking while I was doing this. Alright, so, if you look around the edges, you'll see it's all messed up there, and then you got a little bit of niceness, and then some more scuff. And all that looks like metal. Get some more scuff down there. More scuff over there. All the way up and around. Look at it! Cool! And know what's up. Oh. Oh. But yeah, no. This is a cool one. This is a prop I've put a lot more effort into a couple things recently. I mean this is just kind of proof of the stuff I've been putting into cosplays recently, because like this and the Gen Lost mask I think are on the same level, because I'm really proud of my Gen Lost mask. I did that recently, and then this one pretty close after it, I think. And hey, when I make my sherbet wings, those are gonna be sick. But this is probably all we're gonna do for today, chat. That's that. I still have to do the rays. There's 6 of them, but I'm gonna do that off camera. But I feel really good about this, chat. Feel really, really good. I actually do really like the hot glue kind of mess we got back in there. It makes it look like there's kind of something behind there. I think I really like it, actually, but that is our mask. Cool. Love, brain, heart control, caffeinate, melatonin, love, heart control, caffeinate, you get me going. Brain, heart control, caffeinate. I feel good though, chat. I feel good. Feel very good about it. Jack Stauber supremacy. I do like Jack Stauber. That's true. But cool. I'm gonna do the rest off camera, and you guys will have to check it out when it comes out on TikTok. So, heck yeah.